Zero idea. It was more of just a thing. It was about Ted Kaczynski died 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he did.
Does everyone remember what he's famous for?
Go ahead, come on.
He's a Unabomber.
He was the Unabomber.
Yeah.
And the guy was pretty smart.
Yeah.
Really smart. He actually wrote a book, or he wrote a manifesto, which he somehow, he basically forced, I think it was the Washington Post, to publish it. And everyone had to read what he was thinking, but it was called The Industrial Society and Its Future.
Yeah.
And it was a social critique opposing industrialization, rejecting leftism, and advocating for a nature-centered form of anarchism. And honestly, his ideas in that book were not wrong. It was basically like, we're using tech all wrong, and it's making the world a worse place.
Well, I mean, that's fairly obvious, right?
Well, no. I would say we're absolutely trying to use tech for, like the internet, you know? It started out so good, but now it's not good.
I mean, it's always been a little bad. It's always been pretty bad.
But like social media, everyone's like, yeah, but now it's like social media is the worst thing.
The Netflix documentary on that was
social
really
media
good.
is like definitely probably the worst thing that's happened in a long time, because there's just villages that aren't supposed to be crossed, you know? Like they're not supposed to be together.
Yeah.
And they don't realize it. Like you don't go hang out with a bunch of old people for a reason. And suddenly there's old people everywhere. And you're like, and think about roommates.
We're the old people now too.
Yeah. Well, I know, but I'm just saying like that the young and the old. They just we weren't hanging out with old people talking like all the time.
No,
Right.
never.
Sharing opinions.
And there's a reason for that, and it's good to have a buffer. That's why Facebook should just be like incremental.
I remember the day that Facebook opened up to all high schools and then everyone. Because at first it was very exclusive.
Yeah.
It was only certain colleges had it, and you had to submit for like to be added.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was only in Stanford and like the Ivy League schools.
And like I know it was made at Harvard, right?
Yeah.
Amanda's trying to figure
I
out
think
something. Hold on. Yeah, there's a mirror image on the thing. I don't know. Just you can leave it right there. Just I'm just gonna pull it up. Sorry guys. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, so Facebook was very exclusive at first when it came out, like whatever year it came out, 2004, 2005, somewhere, 2005 maybe? Maybe 2006 maybe.
Even that, you know how long ago?
15 years ago.
Dang.
16 years ago.
16 or no, 18.
Well, I don't know exactly what year it came out, but when I was in college, it was a new thing. So I graduated in 2007, and I remember we had it before we graduated. I was just thinking it had to be at least 2005, 2006, and it was like Stanford and then the Ivy League schools. And then it expanded to like some of the more like elite academies, like, you know, the real expensive ones. Mm-hmm. Like our academy was pretty, you know, it's a federal academy, so we were kind of up there. We got it pretty early. And then it was like, all right, all schools. Then it was like anyone with a .edu email address could join.
And MySpace was like the president's streets in Golden Beach. That was all of us.
MySpace was everybody.
Everybody had their own, but it was better. Like when I think back, it was better because you had to go somewhere to actually talk or see somebody.
Force fed anything.
Exactly. Not force fed anything. That's if you're a company, that's like, oh, duh, we want that. We want to force feed people. That's what we do all day, anyways.
We'll just make
what happened on the phone the other day? Remember,
dude,
I sent you a screenshot.
It took about literally a minute. You saw what time? Yep. What time? I left the time on there. On our most famous. No, it's not our most famous anymore. But our previously most famous post. On Zero's page, it was Bob Saget, and it was by Wes. He made a sad little. Wait, Bob Saget got passed? It's not the most famous anymore?
Oh, yeah. No, he got passed on TikTok with the guy jumping on the trampoline.
Oh, yeah. It did?
It should get passed.
Dude, that's got 17 million views.
Jesus Christ.
I thought the Jesus one where the guy smokes the blunt or whatever, and the kid goes... That one has a lot, too.
That one has 17 million. I'm sorry. That one has 17 million. The one on TikTok has like 1.7
oh, nice.
million. Yeah, it does feel good when you get like
people
one of those.
Like to comment on the Bob Saget one still. I see them.
Dude, isn't it crazy? It's all crazy people. And anyways, this one lady's like, I heard he does this with children. I hope he burns in hell. And this. I'm like, so you heard something.
Yeah.
And you just hope he burns for eternity because you heard it and you don't like it.
And you've made complete judgment right away.
Yeah. And she's like, well, that's not just why. And then she brought up some movie. And then start talking about what she does, and then how it's sad that most of the people in her group that are looking for these kids that are missing and being are people without kids. Yeah. I'm like, it's probably because they got the time, lady.
Yeah. Right. What I would love to know what exactly. So this girl was going back and forth with Mike on chat, a little bit on like the comments and
about Bob Saget being a child molester.
Yeah, and Mike's like, take it easy. You know, you don't even know that. And she said that she's in some group where they look for. Like abused girls or sex trafficked. Sex trafficked girls and kids. That this lady works in some group, which I highly doubt. You know, what has she done?
Do you know what Bob Saget actually did though?
No.
So what she's talking about, real quick, just to put
I
her
it was
side
like
in.
real perverted on
It was
stage,
pretty perverted.
On
He was on set, so he was on set.
I know we talked about the girls and everything.
He was on set and he's filming a part with Michelle, which is twins, and they weren't going to film with them because it's a lot of work. They're still babies, and so he had to like talk to a doll. Basically, he's like, "What am I supposed to do with this? Like, this is ridiculous." And so the camera's like filming him, and he's having this moment where he's talking, and he's like getting a little closer and stuff, and he like. It just gets slower and slower, and then he like pushes it on the bed, and then he's just like messing with it on the bed.
But was he like joking?
He was joking because like,
but it was still a nasty joke.
They were filming, dude.
Yeah.
And it was like some of the
like,
guys are laughing, and then this one person comes running in and tells him like, "You can't do that." Like they said, all the kids are watching in the class.
Oh, live! It was like
it was like no, it was all like no, it was all like acting students and stuff like that. They were all in
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, he's like straight up molesting. That's funny.
Well, they hire these crazy comedians to like be actors,
but that made a good story though. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
And then he had like this other thing with what's that comedian's joke? The one that keeps going. It's got to be the grossest thing ever. It's got to keep going. It's got to be a ridiculous story.
The Aristocrats.
Aristocrats, yeah. And have you heard about that?
No.
So the Aristocrats is some kind of just joke that just keeps
It's ongoing. There's a movie about it.
The Aristocrat. What is the Aristocrats joke? Oh man.
Well, let me finish that story real quick.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. About what we were fighting about.
The lady then tells Mike, "You don't know what you're talking about. You need to watch this movie." And the movie's called what? Freedom something. I don't know. It's obviously
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. I've
the Mel
never
Gibson
heard of that
movie?
in my entire.
No, it's about this guy that is a cop and he saves one boy from sex trafficking. He finds out that his sister is still in it, so he goes and he wants to save her by himself.
Oh,
It sounds pretty cool.
It's based on a true
Sounds
story.
great.
Yeah, it sounds great.
I never heard of it in my whole life. Mike sends me the screenshot of that conversation, and like 10 minutes later, I
On his
opened
Facebook, bro.
and it was the first thing I saw.
Yeah, I saw the screenshot.
And it's just like,
That's
what are we
insane.
doing? Come on.
Wait, man, did you find out what Aristocrats? It's just gonna be
Gilbert
so
Gottfried.
many. It's got to be the most filthy like joke ever. Yeah, so everyone's trying to tell the dirtiest joke ever told. And so his was like something about poop and like
Okay,
kids
so there
and-
is currently a worst joke ever that has the crown right now that people think that is the aristocrat or whatever.
I don't know. I think everyone just tries to outdo
That's
what
I'm
they've
saying. Like,
heard.
so there's always one at the top.
It's just gross, and so it's gotten to children jokes.
We'll play it.
Well, no, there's just so many. There's tons
Yeah, but apparently Gilbert's is like legendary.
Oh,
Well, this is right after 9/11.
sound. We don't have sound. Pause it.
Maybe the computer's down.
Oh, Amanda. Shit. Bottom right. The sound device. You have to change the computer sound device.
Oh, TV might be
You have
muted.
to change the sound to a Rodecaster, which thank God we record to the Rodecaster. Because this all be not recorded. Made a Rodecaster. It's on.
I still don't
So now we
understand.
should be able to hear it. Close.
There's something muted on the side of the TV over there. Like, what is that mute?
That's the TV's mute.
Father and mother, son and daughter, a big fluffy dog. The family has blonde hair and blue eyes and bright skin.
It's really gross.
And the talent agent looks up and goes, all right, let's see what you do. So the father drops
I
his
know what it
pants and takes off his shirt. He's totally naked. He undresses his wife, starts fucking his wife on the floor.
It's bad. It gets real bad.
Then the
We don't have to
son
listen to the whole
drops
thing.
his pants,
The son.
takes his shirt off, and his sister also
Oh,
takes all
come
her
on.
clothes off. The son and the
That's basically where it goes.
It's 9 minutes.
Of this, dude. And it talks about poop and
No,
throw up. And
stupid.
It's really dumb. I've never liked it, to be honest. I always thought
It's
it was
not very
stupid.
clever.
Says he lost an
It's not.
audience. He lost an audience bigger than anybody has ever lost an audience.
With
Well.
nothing left to lose, he launched into the Aristocrats joke, shifting gears with a decisive, okay, a talent agent is sitting in his office. He goes for 9 minutes and 50 seconds, garnering huge laughs and the unsuspecting crowd and entirely remarking the joke as his own. Remaking the joke as his own. Amazingly, it is his first time doing it on stage, but it would go on to become one of Gottfried's signature bits. And it's disgusting.
But then it says, yeah, Bob Saget did it later.
See, like, they get away.
Can you go back
Comedians
up
get away with a lot.
to the
dude.
very top? I want to see what
Which they should, right? They're kind of like they've been kind of the thing that's been helping with. What are you trying to?
I don't understand what it means, the aristocrats yet.
It's just
That's the punchline.
Yeah, no one gets
What
it.
do you call this? The aristocrats.
Oh.
At the end, yeah.
It's always the punchline.
The family ironically replies they call themselves the aristocrats.
So you say something real nasty.
Just
and then at the end of
filthy,
it,
and eventually gets
the
to the
punchline is
aristocrat.
okay.
It's really dumb.
Okay.
And it's like an inside joke with comedians, but not an inside joke. And then like, I don't know.
It sounds ridiculous.
It's pretty stupid. But anyways, moving on from that.
Yeah. Oh, so I was talking about the Unabomber and how technology is ruining the world, and he wrote his that's who he was trying to kill when he would send out these little letter bombs and all.
Yeah.
By the way, they couldn't catch him for like 17 years or something.
He's in the woods in a shack.
What do you mean?
Dude, he was bombing people for years.
Yeah.
Like 17
I'm
or
thinking
18
of.
years.
I was thinking of
You're thinking of the...
Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah.
And he used, because I was about to bring up that he used the same shit that was in that train that spilled out everywhere,
Yeah.
all across the country.
Ammonium nitrate or something? I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
it's like pellets, and they use that in the ground anyways,
year did
so it's
they-
not really that dangerous. But
What year did they put McVeigh to death? 2000 what?
All I know is McVeigh was one of the only people in his little group that wasn't in the CIA, and he thought he was working for the CIA.
Oh, he was that fucked up in the
how many
head?
people did he
No.
kill?
He was
It was a
also
fact.
he
There
was
was like
also a Branch Davidian supporter.
There was like 12. I mean, they weren't that bad. There was like 12 people in this little gang, and
That's
like
Timothy McVeigh.
11 of them were legitimate federal agents.
Oh, McVeigh was executed 2001.
Okay.
Dang, he didn't even. That was back when the world was still good.
He didn't even see it, dude.
That was the world ended.
We could have
September
used him,
11.
huh?
September 11,
He could have used his
2011.
bomb making skills.
2001.
Yeah. They probably did actually.
I know, they're probably like, he's got some good.
Where was the
ideas.
second plane?
Dude? As dirty
not
as
there.
as dirty as the government is, it's like sometimes we don't know anything that's going on right now.
Look at all those
I feel like I don't know
bombings.
anything
The
that's
dirtiest.
going on.
Well, plus he was a part of MK Ultra,
Yeah.
and they
No. Kaczynski was.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. And
So
they
yes,
fucked
Kaczynski
his
was part
brain
of
up.
MK Ultra. He was also, I believe, at Harvard or Yale, one of them.
It's Harvard.
Harvard graduate, super smart. MK Ultra, which you know is a mind control
Yeah.
experiment that they would use LSD and stuff like that to get, just like Charlie Manson and some of these other people. So I mean, Kaczynski, what he had to say and everything. I know his bombings obviously not good to kill people.
Yeah.
They were very targeted on people that were. They would be like him trying to kill like Zuckerberg or something.
Right.
You know, today.
Right.
Like killing people that are Elon Musk, people that are taking AI too far or something like that. Or the
Right.
people he
This
was
is the
targeting.
original Inception.
Yeah.
With like making them think like they almost came up with that themselves, or they believe in that they want to kill that person. The MK Ultra thing.
Well, I think
It was drugs, a lot of drugs, LSD,
Yeah,
and it was
they
basically
planted
getting
it.
deep in their mind without them like. It was changing their mind. It was like Inception, that movie Inception, where the whole
They made it their idea to kill somebody.
the whole that's I love that movie so much. It's like the biggest, it's the best,
Never seen it.
most. It's the best.
You wouldn't like it, I don't think.
It's the best heist movie that ever was. It's the most epic heist movie there ever was.
It's not better than Heat.
It's way better.
It's not better than.
It is
It's about going into
It's not
people's
better
dreams.
than The Score.
Yep. Yep. Come on, keep going.
Yeah. Italian Job.
It's not better than The Jackal.
You know what though? If you probably looked up like
Best heist movies.
those
not
would
better than-
like they
Yeah.
would rate
What do you
better.
think the best?
Because people have such a problem
No, look.
with being
I'm not
like,
looking.
you know
I'm
what,
not
that wasn't
looking.
that great of a
I'm
movie.
not looking.
Wait, what's
It's
the
not
best?
better
one?
than The Taking of
Ocean's
Pelham.
11,
No.
Ocean's 12, Ocean's
Better
13.
look. She's
The Taking
she's
of
Googled it.
Pelham 1, 2, 3.
All right. What's your top 5 heist movies of all time?
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Well, Inception's number 1 for me.
All right, well, we're trying to guess the list.
All right.
What the world thinks.
Yeah.
I thought you just asked me what mine was.
I did. And then all right, what are yours?
I honestly can't come up with 5 probably right now, but it's better to just
Honestly, Heat and The Score are my two top
Heat's up
favorite.
there. Heat's up there. The Score, I don't really.
Dude, the Italian Job is pretty good.
What's the Vegas one? That was pretty good with the
Ocean's 11?
magicians. The magicians did like.
Catch Me If You... No, that 20,
That's a good one.
20,
Catch Me If You Can.
That's
20
up there
I think
for me.
I think it's called 21.
It is.
21,
You're right.
That's a blackjack movie. They play blackjack.
Or they count cards or whatever.
Yeah, they don't really rob anybody. They kind of just beat
Oh,
them.
right. There's that Mark Ruffalo one where they're magicians,
Is
and I can't
Casino
remember.
one?
Nah, they didn't do any heists in Casino.
Casino's so good, though.
Whoa,
you're
dude,
right.
that's something did
All right.
bad. The Incredible
All right, let's
Burt
look.
Wonderstone. That's what
it
I'm
is.
thinking of. Yeah,
it's
that was a good
movie.
one. That was a good one.
Isla Fisher's in it. I'm watching it, baby.
It's okay. All right.
What?
Best heist movies of all time.
What?
That's the bottom.
Oh, my goodness. You got
88.
Go up
Let's
to
go
like
to like
10.
Let's
Yeah,
go to 20. Let's go to 20. All right, guys, top 20 heist movies.
Yeah, I
At
like
number
this.
20, don't go past. Okay.
Out of
Sight. 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You know, I actually like that movie.
I don't even know what that is.
seen
It's
it.
very good.
1998.
It's George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez, dude. A young J-Lo.
I have seen
It's-
that
it's
movie.
good.
Okay,
Pretty good.
number 2 is number 19 is Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol 2011.
I like all
a
Mission
93%.
Impossibles.
No, I like my Mission Impossible.
Anything with
yeah,
Tom.
I like all Mission
I like 'em.
Impossible.
anything. I've never seen one, but anything.
Something about Tom Cruise running.
Yeah, dude. And he does all his own
He's
stunts.
the man.
He is the man.
Dude, Mission Impossible 1 was like, I still don't actually understand one of the scenes.
Oh, really?
What scene?
When they're on the bridge and the lady dies.
In the first one?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you're
why.
right. She got shot.
Yeah, like, what
and
was that about?
She got.
I
There's.
haven't watched it in a long time, but I think about it.
Bro, you can't bring that up right now because I know what you're talking about, but I am not
I
like.
don't. Well, he like
I have
acts
to
like
catch
he's
back up.
dating that chick, but then
Yeah.
then he turns around and the girl's dead, and then it's all foggy, and then it's like, I never understood that part.
She had something, right? Or he was like living out his life with her or something like. I don't remember, dude.
I
We
don't
can't talk
know.
about that right now.
I don't know.
Drive, fantastic movie. Number
Never
18.
seen- I never saw
love
Drive.
You never saw Drive? You would love
No,
it. You would
okay.
love it. Seriously, it's
Well,
great.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's not Jake Gyllenhaal, dude.
It's
It's
not?
Ryan Gosling.
Same person. Same fucking
Is that
person.
what you going for? Was that your little alley oop to yourself, Jake?
Same person.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Bro, no. Jake Gyllenhaal was not in Notebook. I know that. And the Notebook rules. That's the greatest heist movie ever.
All right.
Thief.
All right.
Never heard of
Number
it.
17, 1981. 79%, really. That is James Caan,
Okay.
Willie Nelson, Jim Belushi.
It's probably pretty
A
tight.
highly skilled jewel thief, Frank, longs to leave his dangerous trade and settle down with his girlfriend.
Pretty,
That actually
like,
sounds pretty
That's
good.
pretty.
Oh, you know what?
That's just how it goes, dude. What do you mean? It's like the normal fucking heist.
Pierce Brosnan.
I gotta get out. One more job.
Yeah, I know. Pierce Brosnan
That's
is
true.
an art
That's
thief.
like a score.
What movie is that?
What?
Pierce Brosnan is an art thief, and it's very good.
Probably get to it.
It's got to be on here because it's a good one.
Number 16, Band of Outsiders in 1964.
Too old.
Yeah.
Don't know. Keep going. Number 15, To Catch a Thief. Too old.
Too old.
14, The Sting, 1973. Too old.
Yo, Three Kings is good.
Number 13.
Kings.
Now, what is that? Some Marines that go over in Afghanistan.
They steal some treasure overseas.
Oh, that's right. I remember that huge like chase scene out in the middle of the desert. Well, obviously.
Saddam Hussein's hidden cache.
Yeah.
Cache.
Oh, that is tight. I might have to rewatch that.
I watched it. I
Adjusted
don't remember
score.
wanting to rewatch it, but
Can you can you hover over the question mark to see what adjusted score means? The adjusted score comes from a weighted formula, Bayesian,
yeah, but
that we use that accounts for variation in the number of reviews per movie. What?
Oh.
that's a stupid number because it's a percent, but it's way more than 100. It's a very silly number.
99,000.
Yeah, it's weird.
9%. Number 12, another Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation in 2015. Tom Cruise, Jeremy Renner, awesome. Simon Pegg, awesome.
Also, Smoking Aces, awesome heist movie.
That movie.
That is a
says-
great movie. That movie was out of control back then,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
It was like a lot. I just remember Glass in the skyscraper, like he sniped someone or sniped.
The two lesbian snipers, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. The Killing, 1956. Too old. Top 10.
Dude, these are
The Red
of course.
Circle.
Now we're getting this bullshit.
Follow the red circle on those videos. Number 9, Dog Day Afternoon, 1975. That is with Al Pacino. That is an old one, but I hear it's great. Still never seen it.
Number 7 is a fantastic.
Number
one.
8, A Fish Called Wanda.
I've never heard of this
1988.
movie.
Goodbye. Number 7, Hell or High
Yes,
Water.
that's one of my
great,
top-
great
Never
movie.
seen it.
It's one of my top
We've told
5
him to
favorite
watch it
movies.
so many times.
I know. That's one of my top 5 favorites.
It's a great movie.
It's legitimately great.
Has Jeff
great movie.
Bridges, Chris Pine.
Ben Foster's so good.
Ben
in that
Foster's
movie.
so good in like every movie.
He
All
is.
right.
It's a great movie. Moving on, Bob the Gambler, awesome. Keep it moving. Number 5,
This
The
bit-
Asphalt Juggernaut.
This bit failed
Hold
so
on,
bad.
man. What the fuck?
How about of the last 30
They're all
years?
terrible. Number 4, The Friends of Eddie Coyle. Number 3, The Lady
Lady
Killer.
From
100%, no way. 100%, 1955, no shot. Guarantee I watch it the first 10 minutes, I'm taking it down from 100. Guaranteed. Guaranteed I can watch it for 5 minutes. Number 2, The Lavender Hill Mob, 1951. Guaranteed it's not 100%, but they say it is. I guess this is all because of...
Like a part 2 of
And number
I
1,
called it, right? Thank you.
The Taking of Pelham 1,
That's
2,
the
and 3.
original one.
The original one, though.
Yeah.
I never seen it.
All right.
That's got Denzel Washington, right?
No, that's...
What about best
Let's look like- let's
best
look like-
heist movies of the last
Amanda,
30
can
years?
you control F it and like we'll give you numbers or movies to like search the document for?
You can... no.
All right, pardon me.
Scroll down. Just scroll down quickly. If we see one, we'll yell. Two Guns Down.
Another Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, the first one.
Burn Oil.
Heist. Oh, Wrath of Man's a good movie.
I wonder what Heist is about.
Wrath of Man's a really good movie.
Wrath of Man's pretty good. Fast 8.
Tower Heist, terrible.
Public Enemies.
Public Enemy sucked.
It sucked so bad.
Point Break should be way higher.
Ronin is
So
good
should
too.
Ronin.
Ocean's 13.
Ocean 13 should
There's
be
your
higher.
Ocean's movies.
Ocean's 8.
Set It Off's a real
Set
good
It
movie.
Off.
Thomas Crown Affair. That's what I was thinking of.
Triple Frontier.
That's a good movie. Thomas
Another
Crown
Mission
Affair.
Impossible.
No, Mission Impossible. It's gonna be all over it. That's all they.
The original Thomas Crown.
The score. There it is.
Yeah,
Number
those are our
63.
movies.
All right, okay. I love
Italian
this.
The
Job.
Italian Job's great.
62.
These are our movies.
Snatch.
Oh, Snatch. God.
See, this is some pompous dickhead
See,
that made this list.
Dude, Lock, Stock is great.
Look, Dragged Across Concrete. God, I
Dude,
hate
that movie's
movie.
fucked.
I hate
Oh, you know,
that movie.
no one made this. It's actually just going up
I
from the
hate
Rotten
that
Tomatoes list. That's all it's doing.
Kelly's Hero.
Sneakers.
Bank Job.
The Bank Job. The Italian
The
Job.
original
The
Italian Job. There's other
Ocean's 11
Oceans.
Job. Ant-Man. Ant-Man's on here. Rogue One. Inception's going to be on here. Watch.
Bottle Rocket.
Inside Man. The Getaway. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Never heard of it. Heat. There's Heat. Number 44.
That's a travesty.
Jackie Brown, 43. We got Sexy Beast. The Lookout. Inception. Number 40. Beat the
40.
score. Suck it. That's all I need to see, man. We're good. We're good now.
Number 40. It's your favorite
I mean, we're almost
one.
to the top 20.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Probably should watch that. You know, don't you want to see some of the classics before you go out?
Cajillionaire?
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
so many. There's so many.
I've been trying to read a couple classics, but, you know.
They are
some
hard.
Of them are hard.
Yeah.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs, a great movie.
Reservoir Dogs is great. 26.
The Town.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The Town's
23.
great. 23. That's
Logan Lucky is
23
not
though.
better than The Town.
Dude,
The
Logan,
Town is not better than
Logan
Inception.
Lucky is not better than any of these movies on the
Look,
list.
Baby Driver?
They're going. No. Baby Driver's great.
Baby
It's
Driver is
okay.
pretty
It ain't
tight.
better than The Town.
But
No,
look,
it's not
they're
even a real
going.
movie.
They're going in Rotten Tomatoes order. That's all.
The Town, just God, there's so many great scenes in that fucking movie.
I have to rewatch it. It's been a long time, dude, but it is good. All right, we gotta go.
They're missing a lot of
I could
movies.
go home and watch it now. Love that movie.
Why don't you go home and watch Hell or High Water?
Yeah, dude, come on.
You
he
will love it.
won't watch it for
well,
some
I'm not,
reason.
well, I'm
I know.
not going
He'll
home
be like,
tonight, so
So,
not going
you got
on
TV
tonight.
over there?
I'm gonna go to bed, bro.
Amanda, how many firework accidents are there a year on July
oh my
4th?
God, this is good. I like
Weekend.
it. Also, real quick, while she's googling that, had a conversation with a friend of mine today.
This doesn't sound real quick.
No.
Just kidding.
So you know how we were, you know how we got booked somewhere that we haven't really announced yet, and we were like joking that the reason was the show.
Oh, this show?
Yeah, because
He didn't know about it.
that was the reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's being a dick on purpose.
Nah, it wasn't him.
The girl.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
She was not happy. But then when we met with her, it's all good. And they didn't know about the good review I gave them over Christmas break.
So you did talk to them about that.
Wait, you got booked at the Rex?
Shh, we haven't told anybody yet, Dick.
not deleting nothing.
You
so.
just said it. I mean,
I'm not gonna
say-
I figured it out.
Yeah,
not- listen,
all right, you figured it out.
I'm-
You didn't say it.
Listen, not editing anything, so you're
I
on
don't
your own,
care.
guys.
Oh, I don't care.
Let it rip or don't.
None of our, it's fine.
All right,
I
what
was
you
just
guys say in
guessing.
your car is just totally on you guys.
They made a turn for the better.
All right, so how many? The July 4th. Don't be like these dummies. Had to not set off fireworks. At least 9 people died, and an estimated 11,500 people were injured in fireworks-related accidents last year.
That's safer than
According to a news report from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. That is unreal.
Ridiculous.
I do not need to be that close to a firework. Why are people still doing it? I mean, your time's coming, right?
I'm doing them.
It's like your time's coming.
Dude, lighting fireworks is one of the most fun things you can do.
Doubt it.
No.
No,
Jake,
I
doubt
agree.
it. No
I
shot.
Lighting mortars is so fun.
One of the most fun things you can do
Dude, you ever-
is set off a
It's
firework.
celebrating
Have you ever
your
had a Roman
freedom.
candle fight?
Yeah, still not fun. That fun.
Dude, with
Those aren't that fun, but
with a little personal protection,
a little
you're good.
person.
A little person.
A little
personal
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
little person has a shield.
no. Eye covers, you're good.
hey, what's the big idea?
Tee.
You tickle them. Why is it okay
Put
for
it in
us?
reverse, Terry.
Why is it okay? Like midgets are literally born that way, and like
Yeah.
we all don't care. Like when people make fun of them, like no one's sticking up for them. You know what I'm saying? You can't make fun of so many. You cannot make fun of people's like genders and all this other stuff. And But midgets,
I watched this guy
let
on.
it go.
I watched this guy on Instagram.
the guy's fucked.
He's
I don't
3.5
make
foot tall.
I don't either. But like, no, everyone
I
just
don't
lets
make fun of anyone.
everyone lets it go online. Like it's free, gay, and redheaded people.
I follow this guy online. He's
Midgets and redheaded people are just fucked.
3.5 foot tall, and he goes to college.
What are you talking about? Of
course he goes to
over
college.
here. He's been talking about whatever it is. He's been fucking sliding in every single
I'll be honest,
breath.
he hung out with Adam, and he's acting like Adam right now. He's just talking in the background, just
Dude,
telling
he
a
was
story.
trying so
Whenever
hard.
you.
I had planned
just
on
getting
getting to
close.
him. I really had planned on getting to him as soon as I was done trying to make a joke here.
By the time we
A
get to
dumb
him, he's
one.
already like, and he goes to college.
All right, so there's a kid who goes to college.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's just born. Like
No, this kid. He's 18. He lives in Toronto. He goes to college. He's 3.5 foot tall, and he like vlogs his days. And he's just
Short
so
days.
goddamn little. And he's got like
Don't make fun of him.
he's got like a wicked shoe collection. I'm like, that's not fair. Like you get to buy like infant shoes.
oh my gosh. Actually, it's probably hard. Dude, you know he's super flat-footed, like huge foot.
Oh yeah.
There's
And
no toddler.
he gets
no
around.
toddler
He gets
shoe
around
fit.
on this little baby Segway. It's adorable.
Man, what happens to like? Have you ever seen like a real old midget? I haven't. Like what happens, bro?
What
Something
a really old tall person.
Something happens.
Nah, I don't think they live as long.
They get sacrificed.
the
Tall
gods.
whites.
Tall whites.
Dude, tall whites. Rogan was talking about the other
Dude,
day.
I know it. I'm telling you all. It might not happen in our lifetime, but it's gonna. It would. It would freak us out.
Tall whites.
They made a movie like the movie
The tall whites made a movie.
yeah.
They should. They should be pumping like. They should like airdrop some DVDs down here.
Airdrop. No, oh gosh, what's the alien movie? Prometheus. Have you ever watched Prometheus?
No.
Yeah, that's where there's a tall white basically in there. They call them engineers, but fantastic. Aliens
Dude.
just fascinate me, dude. I kind of want to know, and I kind of don't.
Right.
Now that it's out there that like they're a thing and
It's
the
a
government's
possibility.
tracking them, no one seems to care anymore.
Yeah, like why are
All
we
of a sudden it's
why are we
like,
letting off the gas on that? Like,
Dude, I don't know. The government's like, yeah, we don't know what that thing was either, and yeah, don't really look. And everyone's like, okay, we believe you, we trust you.
yeah, like why was that guy spouting about someone? They're like 8 foot tall, they're huge, like,
Yeah,
and like in his backyard. What? And then the cops camera goes out
That should be leading the news every day until it's found out what it was.
because I mean, I don't get how like that camera goes out.
Think
The
about
cops'
it.
camera
Did
goes
an
out.
alien spacecraft really crash in that guy's backyard and these tall things got out? And
We'll
ran
never
around?
know. We'll never know for sure.
Did that
But
happen?
if that happened, shouldn't we be a little concerned?
Yes, very
yeah.
much so.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Exactly. No one is.
No one's concerned.
No one cares.
Guess what? I'm not either.
I
But
mean,
I've never been
because
worried
clearly
about
it's not a
aliens.
reason to care about it yet.
Not yet.
If they land and act like a, kind of
'Cause
retarded
no
and
one's
run
still-
away,
'cause-
then it's like, all right.
Because still, Jake, to this day, it's still like, show me something. Because
Right.
I don't see nothing.
Nah, nothing.
I see like little weird, like
You
anything could
see
be.
no Bigfoot?
All of them could be drones that are closer than you think are further, that are going that fast because you're miscalculating it. Like the Navy stuff. Like, they
I
say,
think everyone's seen some weird lights in their time. I know one time specifically, me and my mom were sitting on the deck at a beach house in North Carolina. It was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 2006 or something. It was a long time ago. And we both saw these crazy lights, like 3 or 4 of them, flying perfectly parallel, way too fast.
Yeah.
And then they went away from us super fast. And we were both like, did you just see that? And I Googled it the next day, and there was other people that had already put it online,
Talking about it.
lights over North Carolina. What were they? Sort of thing.
Government training exercise. Don't worry about it.
maybe,
Well,
but maybe not.
But you see government training exercises around here all the time at night. Like helicopters will
I
fly
mean, the
over my
only
house
time they're
so
going to do
low.
that is at night, though. Anytime.
Well, yeah, I know. They got to train at night because that's when you're fighting and stuff like that. But these lights, they were so
Well, not just
weird.
that, no one can see it. Too.
Right. Oh, you're talking about if it was like a
Yeah, what are you
summer-
going to do? You can't see it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it over like where you could see it. You'd go
Yeah, true.
do it in the desert, or over the
Yeah.
ocean.
True.
Yeah, I used to hear bombs so much when I was. Well, I guess we do here too. What's it called?
What?
Dahlgren.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Feel them
yeah.
at our house. All the
Yeah.
way.
It's crazy, dude.
Freaking
It's
walls are
so-
shaking.
It was in 29 Palms. I used to live in the desert. The desert is a fantastic place to live. I will say that.
What do you guys think about the leader of the Wagner group, saying he's going and taking Moscow, and
I
then
thought they changed that.
turning
though. I thought they
around.
said they're good now.
yeah,
Wow, dude, you can't believe anything that those people say. The Wagner group, though, By the way, that book that you're reading right now, the guy just totally nails it because it literally is kind of like what happens in that book. Yeah, but the Wagner Group, that would be
That's kind of funny.
That would be like all the troops in America that aren't federal military, like the ex guys that work for Blackwater or whatever, just be like, we've had enough of this. You're out.
Do you not see it kind of going that way?
I would hope.
One day.
Yeah, like our government's out of control.
I just want to know how the president of Belarus brokered some deal in like minutes. Like, did they pay him?
President of Belarus is their backup plan.
Well, of course, but like they said that Putin like ran, like he was gone, like he was worried about that shit.
He kind of got to, bro.
He like was in the air.
I don't know, man.
If you're him, if you're him,
because apparently
you're in such a predicament, like such a scary predicament, being the pinnacle, the top. Where it's like you can't keep your eyes on everybody, everything at all times. Like, and you don't even know if you're getting correct information from people. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would know?
It was just weird.
That's scary, dude. I would hate that life.
For a few hours, a guy that is wanted by the FBI was like, "Oh yeah, go defeat Putin." Like people were like kind of behind him for a few minutes. Like,
well, that guy's worse.
Oh yeah.
People don't understand. That guy's way more anti-Western than Putin is. To me, Putin, all of his like grand scheme stuff is working. Like Russia's way wealthier now. They're way all this stuff. The only problem is it's costing Russian lives, which the public eventually gets fed up. Same with like Vietnam War. Same with all these wars that we're in. If the public's not behind it, then you can't go do it. Just like we didn't need to go to World War II,
right? Or
World War I. Didn't want to go to World War I, so we had a fake Lusitania got sunk,
right?
Which it did get sunk, but it didn't. It didn't have to. A lot of people think we orchestrated that just so that the U.S. could then sell that to the public to get us into World War I because England owed us a lot of money and all this kind of stuff. But so yeah, every war we've ever been in, including even Pearl Harbor, people are like,
they thought we let them in, kind of like, left the door open. Well,
not only that, but
didn't see them coming. Oh my gosh!
A couple hours later, they did the same thing. The Pearl Harbor, they did the same thing in the Philippines, where MacArthur had every single Air Force plane out, just wide open, knowing full well what just happened at Pearl Harbor, and then they came there and bombed everything. So then that's why he had to leave the Philippines and go hide in Australia or whatever. But
hey, mate, where you coming from?
Aussie, Aussie.
The Australians took out a full page ad like in like every newspaper across the world, basically.
Looking for the Japs.
And we're like, we don't want to be part of England anymore. We are scared that Japan is going to attack us, basically, and take us over. We want the U.S. to come here.
How
and protect
quickly
us.
could Australia be taken over?
Well, they've got a good military now.
Oh, they got a good
just that they're
desert
so far
that
away.
no one wants.
It's hard. Hard to keep logistics up to fight a war.
Amanda, can you Google what percentage of Australia is actually inhabitable?
It's low. It's like the coast.
I was going to say like 12.
What percentage of Australia?
America's probably similar.
Is inhabited or?
Yeah, there we go.
It's all habitable, but like empty. Yeah,
95% is empty.
Insane.
Dude, there's nasty snakes.
Why are we wasting so much of Australia?
Well, they have the most poisonous animals per capita.
Question.
Let's fucking use it up. It's not being used. Let's use it.
There's probably oil in the desert.
People are probably like,
hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're not using that.
All right, you know what? You, Mr. Brian Marlowe, go there and live in the middle of Australia.
Yeah.
1,000 degrees. There's floods every day. And
there's
like
and it gets below freezing at night.
Did you write this 2021 too?
21 January.
Social distancing was the model of 2020. However, with around 90% of Australia's population crammed into 0.22% of Australia's landmass,
wow.
Perhaps in 2021, we should stop thinking about ways we could decentralize the Australian population. Cool.
Huh.
You want to sign up for this?
If you can think about it, some idiot already wrote an article on it. You know what I mean? If you can even fathom it
Why
in
are
your
we
brain.
wasting so much of Australia? You know, and then they're going to start complaining about the Aborigines when you're moving in and like kicking them out of their land.
The Australians really, what they did during COVID is like unforgettable and unforgivable what their government did.
What'd they do?
Dude, they locked down people. Like you would go to jail if you were seen out of your house.
Yeah, they were like literally grabbing you up, cuffing you.
It was bad.
I was like,
they had major uprisings.
Man,
too.
It was V for Vengeance or Vendetta.
Should have been. I would never live there ever.
What is the history of Aboriginal people like?
Well,
all I know is
we know how the white man got there.
Did you say Heather said they stink?
She lived there for like a year.
I remember in 8th grade.
No doubt they stink. What do you mean? I could look at them,
but they're kind of like
sour. Like it's just a natural.
Smell like onions.
Let's get the images.
Here
we go. Yeah, the question. Let's go to the question. Where did Australian Aboriginals originate from? Asia. They just moved on down when it was closer, I guess. Humans are thought to have migrated to northern Australia from Asia using primitive boats. A current theory holds that early migrants themselves came out of Africa about 70,000 years ago, which would make Aboriginal Australians the oldest population of humans living outside of Africa.
I don't think they ever made boats in Africa. No lie. Like 70,000 years ago?
No, that was after Asia. They went up and then over. So you gotta think of the timeline of them living throughout Asia and then finally, like, what made them make a boat though to be like, hey, let's go that way? Like, why? Because Mongols, no.
Yeah,
would be the
something
same
was killed.
Something was there. That
There
was
was a resource that ran out.
Like Indian,
Yes.
like Nepalese Indian.
They're like literally like crazy looking, dude. Nothing's changed about them. Like since like that is a glimpse
why
into the
aren't they
past.
evolving?
Well, Jake, because they don't go outside of their.
Nobody is because evolution's not real.
Jake,
Listen, that's the dumbest thing we've ever done.
Jake.
Is come up
Jake,
with evolution. It's
what-
the
what-
dumbest
no,
thing
no,
ever.
Hold
it's
on
the
now.
dumbest thing.
Now I used to say the same thing.
Can't
but
believe we teach that to people.
No, I used to say the same thing, and it wasn't necessarily that your neck would grow because you wanted to eat a tree, like if you're a giraffe, right? It wasn't necessarily. This is a really like explain it to me like I'm 5.
I understand.
No.
I understand
Yeah,
evolution.
let me finish it.
Okay.
It's not that your neck would grow. The next one would grow. It was the ones that had longer necks. That was it. If they had a longer neck, they would survive,
Yeah, I understand that.
and they would have a kid that had a longer neck, and that's just
Right.
what happened. Like
That's not evolution, though.
that is evolution.
No, it's not.
It's exactly what they
That's
said. It
natural
is.
Selective
selection.
breeding,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's not evolution.
And it's survival of the
Evolution
fittest.
is
That's true,
that
too,
is that
yeah.
a amoeba swam out of the ocean and turned eventually into a human.
Eventually,
That's evolution. It changed species.
certain ones could live longer. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a
Yeah, but that can't happen. Species
can.
cannot cross.
Now, I'm with you on
One
this-
thing, dog can never be a cat.
my whole thing was like
Ever.
I could go in the ocean over and over. Why aren't we resistant to knives? Why aren't we resistant to the water? Why don't we have gills? Why don't because we don't spend enough time obviously, but I don't
But why
know.
would we have the need to come out of the ocean if there's still fish that live just fine in the ocean? There's different species that have always been different. They're entire from the beginning of time.
I want gills.
A fish has
I know.
never been a human. A human has never been a fish.
How rad would that
But the
be?
fish have changed.
What about the Little
I
Mermaid?
don't know. Within their own species, changes happen all the time.
It
you see
happens to
that
us too.
all the time. Like bacteria, you see it all the time. Humans change all the time, but not really. Humans aren't
But
changing that.
I think
That is not even close to true.
I don't think that is, but I think there was different types of humans that merged eventually. Yes, I think there's like how many different types of sapiens, I guess, or
Homo.
Just because there's a monkey that can walk and stuff doesn't mean it's ever
how
going
many
to be
types of
human. Or ever would be.
humans? Humans maybe.
I mean, the missing link. Hello. The reason it's missing is because it
I think
doesn't
7,
exist.
right? There. What are the 7 types of humans? There you go.
We have Erectus.
Joneses. Ooh, and this is stuff that they have like actual.
Um,
Look at that guy, bro.
He
The way
looks
he's
like
staring at me, dude.
he looks like the dude from Tremors.
He looks like he is tired of all of our shit. He's like, bro, you don't know about me? So Homo naledi,
So,
Homo erectus,
you know what I think.
Homo
about this?
floresiensis,
Neanderthalinus.
Neanderthal. Yep, there's Neanderthals, and the Denisovans. That's one that's really.
So
That's the only one I've looked
I believe
into.
the Earth is old. This to me is not evolution. This is a different
I'm not
version.
saying it is. I'm saying
It's a
this is
different
merging.
version of humans.
It's merging. Eventually they bred them, like outbred the other ones, or there was war between them.
I think
Something
God
happened.
destroyed the world, and then everyone died, and then the fossils and all still remained, and then he started over again, a couple times.
That could also be just a crazy disaster. Was what you're saying he used. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. He's adorable. Homo floresiensis, the real life hobbit. They're like 3'6" or something like that. 3 feet. That little guy walking around would be terrifying. Look, dude. There's bones for that guy.
Hello.
Now, what's funny to me is like when they find like so look up a hippopotamus skull.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
I made Amanda spell like the worst. Hippopotamus. All right, so if you found this, click that first one. Like think of dinosaurs, right? If you found this, you would not think that looked like a hippo. Like picture a hippo.
Right.
You would be like, nah, dude, that's some vicious like.
Hippos are
Look at that
adorable.
fat thing in the middle bottom right. Look at that fat son of a bitch. That's what that is.
Look at the baby
Yeah.
hippo though. I want to play with
I got
that
you.
thing.
But
I'm
look at
just
that
saying
skull.
evolution's
So
retarded.
like everything you know about dinosaurs is just like I don't know. Like it could be something totally different.
Dinosaurs are mostly made up anyway.
Jake.
They are. They find bones from all over the world, put them together, and be like, "There's what they would look like."
No.
There's very few of these have been.
My only
found
thing is
together.
they find
don't find any
they
of them
find
together.
adolescents of dinosaurs and they might think that they're a different one, but they're
They
not.
never
That's the only thing
find
I'll
like
give
an actual together thing. They put it together from all kinds of stuff.
you. Do you know how fucking long ago that is?
Oh well, they're making it up.
That's happened in the beginning.
Yeah, they're making
Yes,
it up.
that's what they said about the brontosaurus. It was the head of something else, and the body.
Yeah,
of
the
something.
brontosaurus is totally fake, right?
And now they came back and look. Let's look it up.
Trust me, I want dinosaurs to be real too, and I know that
Dinosaurs are real.
No,
Stop that.
There's some, not all the ones.
Don't shake your head. You don't think they're real?
Oh, I do.
Oh.
No, there's some that are real.
Brontosaurus
There's
and the Apatosaurus were discovered at the time in late 1800s,
the Bone
known as the
Wars.
Bone Wars or the Great Dinosaur Rush. Brontosaurus, whose name means thunder lizard, is not an actual dinosaur, so he's not one. It is actually a mix of Apatosaurus, meaning deceptive lizard, which is funny, and a Camarasaurus, meaning chambered lizard, due to the hasteness of paleontologist Othniel
Told ya,
Charles
Brett.
Idiot Marsh.
Brontosaurus is fake.
I didn't say it was real.
So you're shaking your head. No, there was real dinosaurs like the Leviathan.
They're just big lizards.
Can you look up the Leviathan? That was a big
Oh,
dinosaur.
the big one from the Bible. The
Well, yeah.
one from the Bible.
No, there's a couple in the Bible.
Leviathan was the main.
Leviathan.
You don't believe that?
ITAN.
I don't know.
You don't believe that humans walked among them?
Yeah.
No.
Not all. They might
Yeah,
have
not
caught
all
the
of them.
tail end of.
No, I don't. I believe that. I believe that the Bible is true.
So the
yeah.
Leviathan's a tail of a sea serpent, hair-raising tails, which could have been just a big whale.
That ain't the one.
Yeah.
That ain't the one.
What is a Leviathan in real life? It's a whale.
A whale of a tail and a
That is
tail of a
not
whale.
true.
Yeah, I mean, you see that back then, you would only see like parts of it, and you'd be like, "Holy shit, there's something big in the water."
Don't get
It's
in
a Leviathan. That's a great
Listen,
name.
I've
Write that
explained this
down, quick.
before.
Carve it quick.
I'll say it quick.
Carve it in this bark.
The gap theory. I believe Genesis 1:1 and Genesis 1:2. There's a big gap of time. So in Genesis 1,
Yeah.
God basically destroys whatever prehistoric
Yeah.
thing there was,
Yes.
and then the current world we're living on was recreated about 10 to 14,000 years ago.
Agreed.
All this other crap didn't go anywhere. It just got
Yeah.
covered and buried in whatever and
In
whatever
time.
whatever
Erodes.
catastrophe we had ruined
Oh,
it all,
dude.
broke apart the nations, did whatever it did.
But that kind of thing can happen literally anytime. Volcanoes happen all the time.
It
Throughout
can't.
history, they destroy the earth.
But if you don't believe anything in the Bible, then sure, it could just randomly happen. But
What?
God's not going to let that happen.
What?
I mean, he lets tons of people die all the time. What do you mean?
No, he's going
There's
to destroy the
plagues?
world. He's
Yeah.
going to destroy the world. Absolutely.
Well,
but
just
it's
because
not,
a massive event
that's-
happens.
It's not going to happen before that.
I'm just saying a massive, like,
There
a
won't be
super.
there's not going to be a mass extinction event.
All I know is that
It
when
could
you two
happen.
Before
when
it
you two
actually-
MFers start floating, I'm like, I'm fucked.
start floating.
Yeah.
Floating. What do you mean?
The rapture.
Oh,
I thought you were a believer.
Huh?
I thought you were a
thought
believer,
you were a
Brett.
true believer, Brent.
I'm just saying that only
Isn't it worth it to you to believe rather than not?
I'm just saying only two of the people at this table are going to heaven. It's not me.
Well,
So you're not a believer then?
I just don't think I earned it.
Well, that's because you can't earn it.
you can start.
So that's a good point.
You have to earn it, don't you?
So
That's the exact wrong way to think about it.
there is one thing.
Can't earn it.
There's one thing that I definitely think about a lot more. And it just comes with as you get older, because there's definitely a time where you feel rebellious,
Yeah.
and you're just like, F it. What is, I don't know. But pretty much you find out that everything is kind of like bullshit, obviously. But like there's some kind of angle for everybody else they're working some, like whatever that someone wants to give you something. Remember, like it's always too good to be true.
Yeah, of course.
It's like that's like the one that's kind of like worth it.
There is truth.
Like if that one's
Well,
false, if that one's false and it's
Then so
BS
be
in the
it.
end, it's like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but Mike, that's a sad way to live, and it's the way most people live because you don't think there's any truth in the world at all. But there is.
I don't think that. No, I'm
some
just saying
truth.
like I'm talking about like you're offering
Yeah,
eternal
yeah.
life,
You'll
like
take
things
it.
that offer.
Whatever the catch is, it's worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and at most times it's like you lose so much getting to whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's always just
That's
BS.
the thing, though. The way that's how it used to be. Like before Jesus died, like the Jews, they had to sacrifice a lot of the way they lived. Now we don't have. You don't have to do anything. You know what I mean?
Jake.
It's easier. You don't have to do anything. I mean,
It's so easy, bro. You should come over. He's pyramid scheming us right now.
Trust me, you don't have to do
I'll
anything.
sign you up tonight. It'll be fine.
Put a
I'll
little
get you
money,
in tomorrow,
just
dude.
put a little money in the plate
Here's your key to heaven.
once a week.
Puts a little money in the plate.
Yeah.
Super easy.
You guys can wear that next
A
week.
caveman
but
can do it.
After that, yeah, just come on Saturday for the work party.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, Amway.
God, guy came to my house to try to tell me that.
We had family.
Heaven.
almost
We
killed
talked about this before.
We had family that was, I know, but we had family deep in it.
You said you had family with like Amway food.
Oh, dude, and like it was like they could have survived
Amway is-
bombing. Or
They,
what is Amway? Is an American multi-level marketing company that sells. Okay, cool.
you can start your own company.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. And you're literally a bottom tier from the bottom of somebody else who's the bottom of somebody else's, who's the bottom of someone else's, and then all that stuff goes all the way up to them. They make so much money off of you from you buying and stocking your shelves with a shitty cereal.
This guy was like, yeah, but you can buy your paper towels from
You get
me.
a discount. You get a discount.
And they'll come like in 2 weeks. I was like, yeah, but I can just go to the store and get them for less when I need them.
No. I'll be a grocery store, dude.
But then
this is the real stuff.
Yeah, but you don't buy from me, you buy from you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I know, because I have to sell $2,000 a month, and half of it has to be me, or else I don't meet it. Meet my requirements. I'm like, I see through this.
And why are you still here?
I was mad.
Yeah.
I was mad.
I had a question for you.
Because he just came over.
Why are you still here?
Dude, this guy called me. This guy called me from. He was a Kings Pointer, a guy I went to college with. I haven't talked to him, and I was like,
brainwashed.
he said, "Hey, dude, I have a great. I don't know how I got in on this. You remember this? I said,
It is funny.
He's like,
Because he came over just to hang out or something. That's what Jake thought.
I did.
Yeah. And then he's spewing all his bullshit.
He's like, let's go. Okay. So he calls me. He's like, I got this great business opportunity. I'm like, all right. I was sailing at the time. I had a little bit of money, I'm like, I'm looking for opportunities, but I'm young. I'm like 22. I'm like, right. I don't know. And he's like, I got this great business opportunity. I got a couple guys in on it. It's going to be good. I'm like, well, what is it? He's like, let me come down and tell you. I'm like, okay. Well, I got people. I'm like, I'm going to have people over that day. Whatever.
Yeah, nowadays, it's just like, dude, get lost.
Yeah.
Lose my number.
He comes over and he's like, he starts telling me, and I'm like, yeah, cool. Well, my buddies are here that maybe they want to listen to. He's like, no.
Let's start with
Yeah,
you.
can we go upstairs? And I was like, what? He's like, you got a computer? I was like, yeah.
wanna
So
show
go
you
upstairs
something.
and he puts a DVD in my computer.
no.
And I'm like, I was sitting there. My friends, I could hear my friends outside drinking beer and hanging out.
having fun.
And I'm like, yo, what are we doing? I'm like, is this Amway? And he's like, yeah, it's so great. I'm like, dude, I know about Amway. You could have told me Amway on the phone. I'd have said, don't ever call me again.
Right.
And we could have saved you a whole trip down here. He's like, oh, do you mind if I leave this with you? I'm like, no, I'm never doing this. Don't ever call me again.
But
And
while
I
you're
have never
here,
spoken to him again.
have you ever heard of mushrooms?
I got a little business
Would you like to
opportunity.
eat on the bottom floor of mushrooms?
Dude, I was like, I thought he was gonna ask you something like a real investment opportunity, and I was
Yeah,
like,
he sounded like a real square, huh?
Yeah.
Not a
I
pyramid.
have a family member that was involved in a lot of those schemes as well, and it's very tough because they want you to do everything through them, and you're like, I don't need to.
Yeah, it does
need
suck. Like, to me,
Or every
Please
single
stop.
housewife that sold that bullshit
to me, it's like
LuLaRoe or
if
whatever.
it's something
Dude, it
like
was big in the Christian community, man. It
What,
was
Amway?
big. People
If
would
it's
try to, not Amway, but people would always come to our house from our church. 'cause
Trying to pitch
they know
something.
they got you. Like, I'll tell you, Mr. Jackson did it one time and made me so mad. 'Cause
wait to you or like when you were a
my
kid.
parents.
Oh yeah,
But I wasn't a kid anymore. I was in college at the time.
he had his own thing.
Yes, of course. Everyone had it at
He was
some
like
point.
a doctor or,
He was a pharmacist.
okay.
Everyone had it at some
Still.
point.
I know.
Everyone had it at some point. He's
Well,
like,
it's
man,
not
this is
still.
great. He's like, his goal was to get a bunch of people in a room. They like put some bottles of water out and like some candy, and then this guy shows up with like a gold chain and like driving a Lexus and gives some spiel. This wasn't Amway, but it might as well have been. It was
Oh
something.
god, that guy
something
would
else.
suck so much. That
should
guy's
start on- just
gotta
call it
suck.
Godway.
And dude, you can smell his cologne when he comes
Oh,
in.
it was
yeah,
so
real
fake.
Oh, jingling.
And it
He's
was
got
selling,
rings, golden rings.
I can't remember what they were selling, but it was real stupid. And I was like, I was sitting there in my own basement, and I was like, why
You
don't
could hear them
just-
upstairs.
No. I was there. I listened in.
Oh, why were you in that? You were a kid.
I wanted to know what was going on. No, I wasn't a kid.
Where's my PlayStation game money going
I was
to?
either in college or out of college, but I wasn't like in high school. It was like later.
Oh wow.
And it was like the fifth time I remember people coming to pitch my parents from our church on different pyramid schemes. And it's like, guys, there's no get rich easy thing. You got to work for it. And like, aren't you supposed to be good stewards of God's money and stuff like that? You guys are being scammed and you're scamming others. And it's somehow It gives.
It's too
gives our
embarrassing
church,
nowadays,
and it
right, to
gives
do that?
No, it's still.
You can't do that nowadays.
It's still going
no,
on.
It's still going on.
Oh, it's like what's the pants thing? The
There's a
girls,
new one
all
every
the
day.
girls get into.
LuLaRoe was the thing.
That's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Mary Kay. Those at least sell a product.
Dude.
They at least have a product, Mike.
I know we've talked about it. You're right.
They
But
have a product.
it's an actual one source thing. Like this is the product. That's it. It's not like we're Anyways, the Mary Kay fucking Escalade, dude. Keep it. No thanks. Not driving that around.
What was the one?
Thank you. I don't need your big stick. I don't need to be a big driving promo.
What was the one a
I'm
few
a
years
good girl.
ago?
At least they sell something.
What was the one a few years ago where everybody was like,
Lula.
oh no, shakes, diet shakes. There was like fucking diet shakes. They were going to the place in Charlotte Hall to get diet shakes.
Yeah, that's still a thing. It's
Herbalife. That bullshit.
Still out there. There's a lady in Golden Beach that sells it, and she has a thing called Nutrition for You. And those shakes are fine.
Here's a whole list. Hold on,
But-
go back up there.
Again, at least they have a product.
These
other ones are selling things that don't exist.
Herbalife's on there.
Tastefully Simple, Tupperware.
What pyramid scheme kind of stuff?
Dude, my mom sold a shit ton of stuff.
Mary Kay, Metallica, just kidding.
Arbonne.
The Body Shop, Amway Global. Dude, Metallica, I'll give it to them. They've had the same band, same name for years and just pushed that motherfucker to
40
the,
years.
to the end. That's great. Anyways, bands break up, start new.
Sensi, that bullshit too.
Well, again, though, at least these people
Cheers Plus.
are selling actual products that are
Like,
worth
that's
something.
the product. Right. That's why I agree.
These other ones were like Amway sells other people's stuff. And the one that Mr. Jackson was pushing was like a cell phone service. They're like, oh, you buy it through me, and then you go to Verizon. I'm like, but I was like, but we can just go to. I can just go to Verizon.
I know that's not what it was, but that's fucking.
That's exactly what it was.
Why would you go? Why would you trust a pharmacist with your
Metafast too. That was a real bad.
Metafast? Yeah.
Metafast was big for a while, but LuLaRoe is like a legitimate big company, and they're making tons of money.
Yeah, and their clothes are trash.
I thought they were good clothes.
Nah, dude, they fell apart so easy.
You bought some?
Huh?
You bought some?
No.
He said, huh?
No, my ex-wife had
Another stock
every
is
fucking
killing it.
pair of them.
Oh.
Stock crushes.
What crushes?
Their stock is like solid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Their revenue was $2.3 billion in 2017.
Who's buying all that? Y'all remember the sex parties or something like that? You would hear about like
yeah.
some ladies
Yeah,
holding.
you're like, what?
You were like, that happens?
sex toy
They're
party?
like hosting like a dildo party.
Yeah,
like they're
yeah.
all shaking
Dude,
them around.
they still do that.
Who?
I would go to one.
Just buy shit off Amazon.
I would,
You don't need a person to come over and be like,
Yeah.
did you know they have these?
dude.
Dude,
you can
how
hold
can you
it,
buy one?
feel
All
it.
your friends know what you bought.
I know.
It all
So
goes
I
weird.
can't wait to
It
use
all-
it. It's got a goodie bag.
It all goes in the same hole, Jake. It's fine.
Dude, it's weird.
No, that's weird.
A sex party is so weird. Sex
That's
toy
super
party.
weird. Now you see, you put this
Yeah,
up there.
I do remember, Mike. I do remember that. You'd be like, "Whose mom did what now?" And y'all, they had a
Dang, they're real open,
they had a
huh?
sex toy party.
Oh, they're like that.
That was one of the things you like asked.
And then like you're 38 and you're like, yeah, we're like that.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit.
I'm a piece of shit. I would totally buy all that, but on Amazon, of course, in private.
I've never been invited to any of this. That was one of the things you would ask a couple follow-on
Yeah, how do you get
questions.
invited
Say,
to that? Like,
what
is there a code word like clam chowder, red or white?
Is that
White.
the red or the white?
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, there's no way. Like Amanda's throwing a sex party at her house, and people are coming over. Like they do the little wine and paint thing. Like that's awesome. Who would have thought that came later?
Right.
That's like something that should definitely be before
Yeah.
the sex parties.
You know.
You know,
Maybe you drop it during the wine thing. Hey guys, now that we're friends.
I painted a dick.
Anybody
It's not
want
a real one though. It's like one of those silicone ones. Here, let me show you.
Look at the vein on this bad boy.
It's like that guy that jumped out the window. Sell me
It's
that
like a
dick.
purse party. Remember that the pearl crap that people were doing on Facebook?
Oh
Open a pearl.
yeah.
And he went, see me live. I was like,
They're live the whole time, and I'm like, what's happening to the world?
there was one girl.
They're
Hi,
open-
Stephanie. Okay, we're opening it up now.
I still don't know what that was.
And then like there's a pearl there, and you're like, okay, is that my pearl? Is that Stephanie's pearl?
And here's the thing.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
It's a farmed pearl. It's like
I
not,
know.
It's not worth
I
fuck.
didn't know that.
Oh, it's just like-
I never understood that the thing.
You want me to do another one? It took a long time.
I never knew that the pearl was the point of. I thought there was like a prize that went with it.
Nope.
Like,
Nope.
Do they gather pearls and like what do you make a necklace out of it eventually, or?
dude,
You open an oyster, get the pearl inside it,
Oh, and then you get a jewelry thing with one pearl on it.
Yeah.
I remember.
Fuck. How much you pay for that?
I won't say her name because maybe it was embarrassing. I don't know. But there's everyone we know has been involved in something weird like this at some point.
I haven't. It's just been bands. So yeah, I kind of have, but it's just been bands and music. Hey, I'm pushing this music now.
Hey, I want to go.
Remember Nerium?
No.
Nerium?
I think it's Nerium.
Or at Miriam.
Some cream, like some face.
I thought you were talking about a person. Like it's definitely Miriam, dude.
It's actually we have a little book. It's called a Facebook group called King's Pointers Against Pyramid Schemes because there was so many people that were graduating and looking for these stupid things to do when they're not sailing. They get caught up in these ridiculous Amways.
Dude, I think about that stuff all the time, and then I'm like, oh, like I'm pretty good at these few things. I probably could just do that. Like we were talking about that the other day. I was like, I'm always looking for something, and I was like, oh, well, I'm kind of like good at like editing things.
Just
and
do that.
I know, it's like I probably just do what I know.
You should definitely get on Fiverr or something like that.
I know. There's so much stuff you could do. So much.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. You guys need a forged signature?
I've forged enough signatures.
I'm
in
just
my
kidding.
life.
I mean, it's
No.
I can do those. I can take away the background, give you a little
I don't
signature.
currently need one, but I will take one. Good to know.
Yeah. Chet Gagnon. just
Yeah.
That's cash this check.
Go ahead. Yeah.
check for
Yeah.
to Michael Miller.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What do you mean?
yeah.
Like no one's gonna notice that.
Stroke me a check.
I am selling Chet Gagnon stamps, digital stamps of his signature.
Accounts payable.
See, what you do is, anyways, I did have these to, maybe we can close out with this.
Okay. My favorite.
Still doesn't have a video to it.
It's okay.
Okay, let it play. All right, here we go. Oopsie Daisy of the week. And we're going in order from like literally history, so it's pretty. All right. The deacon Saint Lawrence was roasted alive on a giant grill during persecution of Valerian. Prudentius tells us that joked with his tormentor. Oh, excuse me, screwed that up. That name, Prudentius.
Right, Prudentius.
Prudentius.
Yeah.
It probably is. Why am I saying it like that? Tells that he joked with his tormentors, turn me over, I'm done on this side. He is now the patron saint of cooks, chefs, and comedians.
I like that.
That is not an oopsie daisy at all, by the way.
But
it was a good death.
What country are we in?
Deacon St. Lawrence, so that must be...
France?
I don't know. That's my middle name.
Let's look him up. I mean, that's what we do, right? With the... expand on the story.
Prudentius. Maybe
yeah, that's what I thought. Prudentius sounds like...
It's Greek or something. Or,
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's the Deacon St. Lawrence. Ooh,
that's close enough, yeah.
St. Lawrence Deacon. There he is.
Rome. He was in Rome.
But
he maybe is
St. Lawrence.
He's from Milan.
One of the 7 deacons of the city of Rome under Pope Sixtus, who were martyred in the persecution of the Christians that the Roman Emperor Valerian ordered in 258. That's
my
crazy.
goodness. He was
like
born in Spain.
There's nothing you can do.
Full name, Lawrence.
Dude, guy's getting roasted alive. He's like, turn me over. Done on this side. Like, damn.
Can you click on that San Lorenzo and Penisperma?
You just were on it.
Yeah, where he died. Yeah, I want to know if... Yeah,
look
okay.
I've been there. History,
I've been to that church.
Tight.
It is tight.
Some of the...
San Lorenzo.
I'm telling you, man.
There's so much history in that
times
city.
I wouldn't want to be alive.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily. Those medieval times... Wild West. Wild West, no shot. Louis III, king of West Francia, died aged around 18 at Saint Denis. Why did I type like this? Whilst mounting his horse to pursue a girl who was running to seek refuge in her father's house. He hit his head on the lintel of the low door and fell, fracturing his skull. And he died because he was chasing a girl down and hit the fucking door. Because he was on a horse, you idiot.
Blunt force trauma.
That sucks.
Yeah, 16 to 17 years. It sucks.
He was chasing her because he loved her? Or chasing her
why was he
like...
chasing her? In the center of his realm, he was chasing after a girl who was retreating to her father's house when he hit his head on the lintel low door and later died.
He must have cracked that
thing.
Dude,
he must have... Like, it must have been just... Dude.
The horse ran
he
through
must
his
have
door
been throwing up. He must have been like just laying there dying and moaning like on that movie. Remember when the captain dies on Amazon? The boat movie. With
Master Commander.
No, the show we were watching.
Oh yeah,
And he's moaning. That was kind of like disturbing.
That was disturbing.
That was real disturbing. This strong dude that's like super. He's just screaming in terror and torment and pain.
More how it'd be, I think.
It would be. Like, you have a migraine. Like, I've had a migraine, and all I did was just yell about it before. A long time ago, just cussing.
We didn't even talk about that submarine that exploded.
That was another oopsie daisy.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
That was the last one.
Oh.
And then there's only two more. So this next one was Byzantine Emperor Basil's. His name is Basil. His belt was entangled between the antlers of a deer during a hunt, which I don't know how that happened. And the animal subsequently dragged him for 16 miles through the woods.
The strongest animal ever.
Dude, because of this accident, Basil contracted fever and he died shortly afterward.
And, dude, every time I hear the word Byzantine, I just think of Age of Empires 2, and I want to play it so bad.
Dude, I miss that game so much.
I've seen that game so many times. I'm like, I kind of want to play that. And I've never played it.
So
you just run the city, right? You just
you build society and like you progress.
You know how many there are now, right? There's literally like early America ones. There's like.
It was so.
But like,
that was the first game that I ever played online because you could play.
Too.
Me and Josh Burke used to play, and it would work. It like worked somehow.
Smaller Jesse Rieger used to play all the time.
Have you seen how good it is now?
No, of course I haven't.
It's like, dude, it's great.
But put in a cheat code, you get the Viper that would come and just shoot bullets all over the place.
Oh, wait.
As long as it's the same fun level,
dude, easily.
Yeah, sometimes they make it too much.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, now it's literally down to money and everything else.
That's how it was. You had to gain money and stuff, and then you would buy the trebuchets, and you would just start working on somebody else's town.
Stone, gold, wood, food.
Plant a garden.
Make people.
They try to do that shit on phones, and it's not.
No, it's not good.
Garbage.
Farm life or whatever.
The ones where you just kind of set it and forget it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you put something to work, and it's like, this will take 24 hours before it's done. No thanks. Goodbye.
So fun. The Byzantines had those ones that could shoot the arrow.
Yeah.
The scorpion or something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Man, I love video games. Anyways, the last one, which, dude, there was definitely dads back in the day that had games in their houses, and you were like, that's kind of weird, but like, it's cool. Like, I want to play that.
My uncle played SimCity so much. I think he had one game going for years. Like, his
SimCity was tight.
His city was just.
But that tornado or that monster would come and wreck your city at the end, no matter what.
No matter what, there was no getting past it. You knew it was coming. You're sweating bullets, trying to finish a whole city. Tornado's coming. You don't stand a chance. This one guy I knew, his name was Mark. It was my dad's friend, Mark Thompson. He had like NHL. Like, I don't know, might have been 96 or 7 on a Windows computer. Bro, he used to like save his goals and stuff and show us like, look at this goal. And do you remember what it looked like?
Yeah.
It's terrible. Yeah. But you'd be like, dang, nice shot.
Right.
Just nice shot, Mr. Mark. Can I play?
Everyone had an uncle.
It's always like, can I play? Like,
there was always one guy's house you remember being like, they had a computer like just off the kitchen or something.
Yeah, you're like, dude, what are you looking at?
What are you guys doing?
At one point in time, there's porn on that.
Oh yeah.
On that.
I remember we've been outside like all day. Like, what do you got going on over there? I remember my uncle was like the first guy I ever knew that had a computer, and he lived in Florida at the time. He was in the Air Force at Cocoa Beach when we visited him, and he was playing like the first NASCAR game ever in like '95 or something. I was like, well, we'll never get a computer. I remember thinking, like, we'll never get a computer. Guess what? That uncle sent us a computer for Christmas and was like, now you have one.
That's awesome.
And we were like, stuff like set it up.
What do you do? Put this little DOS disk in Windows DOS?
No, it was the one that came with Weezer downloaded on it.
Oh my gosh, they were the original U2?
They were the original song.
They just downloaded
they put their music on Buddy Holly video was stuck on that.
You are right, dude. That's exactly where I first saw that because it was the whole what's that show? What's the show called?
Happy Days.
Happy Days.
We used to watch it all the time.
Dude, we watched
nothing
it
else
so
to do on the
much.
stupid computer. Like,
watch that thing so much.
Yeah.
You were like, this is the best video ever.
That's why when Microsoft, I was in Portland, Oregon.
I still wasn't sure if that was filmed back then or like.
I couldn't figure it out either, dude. But it was 95. So like,
I know.
thought
it was the song's 95. They made it perfectly look like it was back then. Like, I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? Because it was from the 60s or whatever. 50s.
Yeah, but the guys that were in the movie weren't that old because it was like from the 70s.
They were using clips.
I know, but it was still like.
But they merged it well. Like, it wasn't like they were shooting
I
it
was
again.
like, I don't know what's going on.
Dude, this is an old song, but it's not.
So I was in Portland.
Bang, bang, knock on the door. You're like, what?
2012 or something for work. and I was literally like walking down the street and it said free Weezer concert today.
Oh yeah,
right here.
Yeah,
and it was they were opening a new Windows store and it was like the 25th anniversary or something of that video or 20th anniversary, whatever it was. Okay, I'll be here.
Yeah, coming back.
And I went and it was awesome.
That's
it was
like, Weezer solid live, dude. They're so solid.
It was such like there was like kids running around. It was like a open, no seats or nothing. It was just kind of out there, but it was pretty cool.
Dude,
anyway.
Back then though, there was another guy, like there was different levels of dads, like as far as they took it with their gaming. I remember one dude had like a jet game. It was literally like a simulator almost.
Yeah,
where
I was gonna say a lot of friends' dads had
like Flight Simulator. The first
it
one.
was just it was just like the joystick.
That
basically.
was so boring. That game.
Yes, but like I got on it and I remember them laughing at me because I was going, like turning with it.
With it. I go look.
Like, oh, dude, I'm fucking 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. And then what other? There's like other one. Oh God, I forgot it.
We had Atari. My grandma had Atari for some weird reason, and that was fun. But like, my dad and like, they never played nothing like that. Never.
Jake had PlayStation 1. It was Fighting Force. Dude, we played the first level because we couldn't get much further. We played that first level like, I don't know, 100 times.
That game was real cool.
It was the same thing. Like you could beat up everything. We were beating up the police car.
It was like the first game ever where you could like kick stuff and like it would happen. You could like kick a random car and it would get a ding on
move.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes.
And then eventually like you were kicking it like, this is super fun. And then like the trunk pop open and you were like, the trunk opens, dude.
I remember
there's a crowbar in it.
If I was like borrowing a game, I could literally not think about anything at school except getting home and playing that game. And then waking up early to play.
Yeah, you literally brought Twisted Metal to school.
Road Rash.
He brought it to school with him, like a case, a PlayStation case.
Twisted Metal 2 was.
And he's like, "Look, dude."
Fun.
And I'm like, "What? Why do you have that?" And it's like, now I get it though. He's probably hiding it from his mom and dad.
No, I wasn't.
Because it's like this big naked dude with 2 tires on the front, like looking evil.
Axel.
Yeah, Axel.
You know, there's a movie.
They're making one, right?
Twisted Metal movie.
Yeah, coming out.
I'm good on everything like Twisted Metal. I don't need to see a movie or nothing like that.
Nothing they've ever released afterwards. That game it was good. It was
Twisted Metal 3 was fun enough to play, but
terrible.
It was never.
What
as
a
good.
chaotic. What was that game, dude?
We played that so much.
Twisted Metal, dude, so much.
You know what still goes though? NBA Jam.
Oh yeah,
it's still pretty fun.
I played at Steve's all the time.
It's pretty fun. Anyways,
he's got the machine.
Lastly, we're just all stuck on Call of Duty now. Well,
yeah.
I am. Brent played with me one time. I mean, my man got maybe 2-3 kills tops.
I'm so bad.
I'm back to not playing. I haven't played in 6, 7, 8 months.
Because he hates the updates.
Dude, I hate him.
It's only one long update every like.
I'm back to 6 months. I'm due for like a 2-day update. I haven't.
It's only gonna be one because you don't
get
all of them in a row. You just get the one new one.
That's what you think. You've never been this far.
That's true. That's true. I've not been that long. Anyways, all right. That was the Titan sub. Lastly, that was a crazy story, and we'll end with this.
Nobody honestly thought they were alive, right?
It depends. Like,
never once did I think they were alive.
I thought that they were descending. Apparently, like somebody said they were descending. Well, okay, no, I did think they might have possibly been in there, and they lost communications because it had been down before. They said the sub had been down before
6 times, but never that deep.
I thought that they had actually been down all the way. Swear to God.
There's always problems.
Well, then that's crazy. I mean, that guy's kind of like cool to me, but like he's also an asshole.
Stockton Rush?
The guy, yeah. You know, we need people like that.
He has 2 ancestors that signed the declaration. I saw that.
It's insane. That's how he dies?
I'll tell you what he said.
What he said?
He said when he started his company, he didn't want to. He was looking for
breakers.
He was looking for submarine guys with submarine like skills, and he said, "I don't want to hire a bunch of 50-year-old white men because that's all that people were applying for it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with younger, more adventurous type people." Well, good for you, buddy. Look what it got you.
Yeah, dude.
See ya.
He landed flat on his feet, face, body, flat.
I don't know what happens when a sub implodes, but
dude,
I have a feeling the body's
fast.
Dude, it's so crazy, like the videos of implosions.
Well, yeah.
See now, okay, does water get in? Do you drown right away, or do you feel your bones a little bit crushed?
Movies upload.
Dude, that guy right now, that guy's at the bottom of the ocean, and he's flat. He's like a little waffle.
I think you like. Then one son was going to like Blink-182 concerts and stuff.
Oh, the stepson?
But well, I'm not missing that.
Well, I mean, what do you expect him to do?
Probably never saw his dad anyways.
Go jump in the water?
He's like, bro, don't look at me, dude. I'm just. It was it's implosion science experiment. Loading ad. Here it
And apparently
comes.
the guy's wife, Stockton Rush's wife, her grandparents were the lady and,
Here we go.
and husband depicted. Okay.
What is this terrible video? Let's see what happens. So they felt a little bit, right?
Dude, that's a dumb
They had to feel like a little bit, right?
It's a dumb looking video.
I mean, it's really stupid looking.
Especially since they pulled wreckage out of the water.
They did.
I saw one that they did act.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, now there's gonna be a
the
ton.
Stockton Rush's wife.
What a great name.
Yeah. Stockton Rush's wife. Her grandparents were on the Titanic.
Yeah.
And were the ones that they made the movie about.
The old couple,
lady.
the old couple in bed that stayed in bed.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Couple that stayed in bed. What does that mean?
During the
was-
sinking.
They just stayed. Oh, they actually died.
Yeah.
Oh,
Weird.
dang! You imagine just staying in bed. Do you know the Titanic sank in like 5 minutes?
Also,
It was insanely fast because of how like
You weren't in
poorly built it was. That the water, all the rooms weren't like
I think it
sealed.
was torpedoed.
All the water,
you think the Nazis got it?
No. Yeah, I mean, there was 3 people in there that were.
Oh, the bank shit.
Yeah, Federal Reserve.
Yeah, I saw that video.
They were again. I mean, it's been out there for.
I mean,
It's been out there for years.
They probably could have killed him in a different way back then.
Yeah,
than
and not
taking out a
killed a
whole
bunch of- also-
massive ship.
A lot of
Also,
people didn't get on that shit.
you
they were
weren't in the
supposed to.
truck. Our dumbass bass player didn't know the Titanic was real. He thought it was just a movie until this
He's gotta be
happened.
playing.
No,
That's tough.
no, he was like, dude,
That's tough to
I
recover
hate to
from.
say this, I didn't know the Titanic was real.
Ugh. Anyways, the rooms weren't sealed up like they should have been, and water actually filled up into the rooms and stuff, making it way heavier than it would have been had it just went
Yeah,
through.
every ship
And it-
has watertight compartments where different floodable compartments that
Yes.
if any number of them flood, the ship will still be.
So that's why it sank.
Viable.
It sank, and that's why it broke too, because it started getting so heavy that it sank, and it lifted the other side in the air. It snaps, and then they both sink really. So it happened really fucking fast, dude. Imagine. I really want to see inside that boat because there's got to be just bones right everywhere inside of there,
Everywhere.
and we never see any of that
They actually
inside of it. I've seen like inside Titanic. Is there inside? There's got to be bones inside. Dude, how creepy. The Britannia's got like a whole room under there that's like still like got air in it, so it's like, you know, it's just like low water inside the room.
Oh, wow.
It's creepy. Really creepy. So the room is like pretty much staying the way it is too. Like it looks like it's really
Literally,
creepy.
You could tell there's a guy like waving to you, like.
Oh, where you guys been?
Still here.
I'm my dad's great grandson, or my dad's great grandson. I am the guy that died on this ship's great. All right, whatever, guys. Shut up.
Hit him with the oopsie daisy.
For these guys. Sorry, Ocean Gate. You get the last oopsie daisy. Man, have we got bones or what?
they found these shoes.
Oh my
But
gosh.
they,
Let's get some shiz.
So that person died like they rested right there. I mean, that's the best picture they could do. Look, that's as big as a picture. That's all they could put up there.
Here's a JPEG from 1976.
There's a skull right there. Oh, Irish Cave. Never mind. You're right. All right. Well, we're going to end it there then. I love that 3D scan. It's so cool.
It is tight.
And they're actually getting them to scan like more of the ocean. So we're going to see a lot more of that stuff, which is great. That's an actual scan of the ship. It's so fantastic. And I actually work with that kind of stuff where they do scans of buildings. And then,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do whole scans of buildings. That's where that technology comes from. They did that all in the dark. They just had a sub go in a circle around it. So they have a full model of it.
like what subs use to
Sick.
project where they're going and stuff.
It's so sick. Yeah.
Sort of, but it's
like the
way
same thing.
more advanced.
What the stuff I work with? Well, I don't work with. I'm sorry. The companies that I work with, it basically shoots up like millions and millions and millions of little lasers,
Yeah.
and they see how far things are, and it builds a model from that view, and then you keep going and you tell I'm moving this way now, and it shoots that many, and then
It's tight.
it makes a model. It's insane. But anyways, we will see you guys next week. We hope you all have a wonderful week.
Thanks for joining us.
Happy 4th of July.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe and all
America,
that fun stuff.
the home of the free.
Oh, hey. And then Oh, it's over there. All right. Go ahead, Brett. Read through the patrons.
For the support tier, we have Brandon Kennedy, Ruth Gebhardt, Kevin Metter, Katie Gates, James Palmer, Drew Woodburn, Ben Kiskell, and Amanda Miller.
It's kind of in the way. There you go.
And for the assault tier, the one, the only, the mustachioed Brian Whittington.
Putting out fires and running on beaches, doing burpees. Dude's got to be fit as hell right now, right?
Thick boy.
He's probably so fit. Dang.
And the cavalry tier, we have Matt Norvell, who came to our show at the Tiki Bar. It was great to see him. Thanks for coming. Lindsey Holmes, Joe Lockman, Jackson Miller, Chaptico Market and Deli, Luke and Jody, and Wes Rice, and my mom, Lori Birch,
And the Crescent Moon.
and Adam Holmes. Who
Lastly, Adam Holmes.
Somebody snapped a picture of me talking to him, and I'm not happy about it.
Jake snapped a nice picture of y'all hanging out like little boys.
I could have got a way better picture, but I was coming back.
I was like,
and
it was like from my backside, me leaning. I look like a big fat doofus.
I was coming back from peeing next to the dumpster. And
It's
I
a-
was
it's
like,
a funny
you know what?
picture.
I'm gonna get a picture.
We were
of these
going over the
guys.
golf
It got a
league,
good bit of likes,
which, by
too.
the way, none of our picks are doing well.
Mine's doing all right. Both mine are tied for third.
What are they, what, -5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's day one.
Stay one, dog. It's long.
Picks.
Both of mine are
Best
-3.
What picks?
Our golf fantasy league.
Oh, ew. All right.
Couldn't wait to be done.
All right, and to everybody, goodbye. Have a good week.
So
Bye.
long. Farewell.